Yeah. So we are good to go. So I welcome everyone in the assigned National Council for Youth Governance, and this is our first event. And in this event, we will try to target all the youth governance students and all the campus leaders across the India. And with this actually starting, we want to discuss about the major issues in AI across the country and worldwide. Our world is moving into a fast race of AI, and talking and thinking about this complete situation, we are the leaders who will work upon this. So all the campuses across the nations have coordinated with each other with the SIN Campus Ambassador program. And with this, I will start this event and I will urge our chairs introduction section, and the chairs will take the speaker sessions further. So it's all on you, chairs. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Campus Ambassador from Lucky Institute of Professional Studies in Jodhpur right now. I've been pursuing BCA right now, and I've been working hard towards AI and gaining its knowledge. Thank you.
I'm Manshika. I'm from Sri Saram Engineering College, currently pursuing BTech IT, and I have deep interest in AI and machine learning and more.
So by this thing, I'm taking all the campus ambassadors into the chair, into the one conference, and we can start the discussion with our topics as per the itinerary. And you chairs can move the discussion further by one, and by one, all the topics will be taken into the consideration for the betterment of AI. We will discuss the facts, we will discuss the figures, and we'll try to create a complete conclusive report on which all kind of things will be written, and our further direction of research and development will take place accordingly. So we'll be taking the discussion further like this. So let's, I will request all the ambassadors and chairs to introduce to our topic, that is issues of AI regarding human psychology and education. So you can take the squad.
Okay. So, as the topic is AI issues regarding human psychology and education. So, education plays a really important part of a life in every person. So, and our human psychology is designed in such a way that how much we use it is how we shape ourselves. So, human psychology and education are like a grand aspect when we discuss about AI and how they are going to affect us. So, this is our topic today, and there are several topics that we have taken today to discuss about these.
Okay. So let's take one by one all the topic. Like if we talk about issues of AI regarding human psychology, then human psychology plays a very important role. So is AI is hazardous to this thing? Because as many people are saying that using AI and artificial intelligence can affect the psychology at a level, and it's making dependency on our AI tools and automations. So what's your opinion on this thing? Like is AI should be there, and or should policy should be framed to like make our mindset more stronger? Because with AI every people is thinking like it's gonna plays a critical role in development of a cycle. Like if we talk about a children, if we talk about 6th class student, he is using chat gpt for the notes and all. So will it be in a longer case will be useful, or it will be hazardous? What's your opinion on this, how this thing will go on?
So the thing, okay, so the thing is that AI is useful at some point or some cases, but you should not really depend on AI, because AI is just a tool to use and to just gain an extra knowledge about it. But depending on it can actually affect your mentally, and this can affect the creativity of a person or a critical thinking of a person. So I would say it should be limited. Everything what we have, we should use in a limit space. So I guess AI is not hazardous, but at the same time it's not good for us. You should use at its own limit.
Okay. What's your opinion, Harshita? Like, is this thing is hazardous? You are against of the motion or you are for the motion?
Okay. I recently attended a hackathon in Lucky College in which we had prepared a model of an AI model that used to show the path to the student it was like a helper for a student. The chief guests were there, and when we were explaining that our model to him, he asked us that what are the rules for it? It can show the direct answer to the students. So they told me that there's a school that they know in which there is an application in which the student is given homeworks every day. The student can read the topic that he has learned in the class, and all the topics AI questions them, and to actually determine how much the student has learned. And when at some point the AI detects that the student is not actually gaining this topic, it starts to discuss more about this. It starts giving more questions about this. So I guess AI might be harmful, but when we use the correct resources about AI, that we can create applications such that the students do not uh, finish their creativity in themselves, then AI can be really helpful.
What's your opinion? Like Sana Harshvardhan. What's your opinion on this thing? What do you think?
When you look on the larger minds, that AI influencing most of the human psychology, where small children, kids are using for small things like doing homework, problem problem solving, like mathematics, and writing a essay. That makes very difficult for newer generation to think out of the mind, to create innovative thoughts and to create a new badges. That makes very difficult, and that uh, uses that makes a very impact on human behavior and decision making. I think some policies must be changed within the AI. That's my point.
Okay. So, by your permission, chairs, I would like to present some facts in front of you regarding the AI penetration in this coming era. So, I take the permission from Vanshika and Harshita to speak. So, on the global AI market, if we talk about global AI market, so it's expected to raise by 1.8 trillion dollars by 2020. If we take a study of PwC, also, if we talk about some story or if we talk about some more facts, then around $15.7 trillion which will be contributed to global GDP. So the biggest problem which like I am seeing right now is like 77% of devices worldwide is already using AI technology. And we all know that children has a very, like you can say, a readily access to these devices nowadays. If we talk about the metropolitan cities, so they are using this thing. 100 million users are adopting ChatGPT in last 2 months. 60% of students globally are using AI tools in academics. And if we talk about the Indian landscape, if I generally talk about Indian landscape, so India is among the top 5 AI adopting countries. Fastly, it is adopting AI. India AI industry project is expected to reach by 17 billion by 2027. 80% of Indian businesses are experimenting with the AI tools. Government lost 10,000 crore in India AI mission. National Education Policy 2020 is also promoting AI education. So, like, if I talk about these statistics, then how you think like human, like the psychology will have an impact in the coming era, like till 2030 if I talk, then what's your opinion on this? I asked to all the ambassadors and all the chair, what's the opinion? How fast we are moving into that development? Yes,
So
Rishita,
as
please.
long as we use AI to not to create solutions for a question, as long we use AI to give us the path or the direction to resolve a problem, it can be really beneficial. And at the point when a person starts using AI to get the correct solution, the direct directions or the direct solutions, they're going to lose their creativity, their critical thinkings. Like there are really common factors that a human needs to know, like critical thinking, analytical skills. These are really important and crucial parts when we work on something. So if we lose these, then there is like a there's gonna be a huge degrade in whatever we are gonna make.
Okay. Okay. So by this, like we can move towards our first topic of discussion. So I request chairs to just introduce the first topic of discussion, and we can put our objectives on that.
Okay, as we know, the first topic of our conversation or the topic is AI promoting cybercrimes. So, as we know, cybercrimes are at the peak now of crimes today. Uh, Earlier, there used to be crimes like kidnapping or theft, but these days, these crimes are really easier to do using a phone, because 90% of the tasks we are doing it by phone. So it is really easy nowadays to get someone's data or access to them by using cybercrimes. AI is not having the perfect laws for these things. If I go to AI and ask it what email can look, so that a person can give me the data, the AI can give that to me. So AI will promote the cyber crimes in an indirect manner.
Okay. So, like, if we talk on the cyber crime, so like I also have some like statistics regarding that also, and by your permission, I would love to speak that by your permissions. Okay. So cyber crimes, like if we talk about AI, so after AI has came into the play, the cyber crimes have raised by 600% globally. Since if we talk about 2020, because after 2021 the chat gpt came into the play. So what's your opinion on this? Like these AI tools and things we are using will improve the crime rates, and what kind of policies we need to frame? Because if we will not frame proper policies to deal with that, then these kind of crimes will happen. And if we talk about specifically for India, then in India, the AI is increasing in a very rapid space. If I talk about the tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, tier 3, if I talk about any city, so what kind of policies we should frame? I have this like question in my mind. So what kind of policies we should frame to deal with the same?
Like before creating a policy, one thing I have to say is that we have to educate everyone AI, because how AI is used, many doesn't know how AI works and how scams works a lot. So the first policy I would say is that making sure that the government cyber security should have more standards and should make sure have very high security and have very verification about that person, or and that is one important thing. In India, many people doesn't know or doesn't have an awareness how AI works, because of that many scams happens and phishing happens because of that. So I think we should educate more about AI, and you should be based, like be safe, and you have to make sure whether we are using the correct ones or not, because in online or everywhere it is everything looks same. It's like mirroring, but we don't know which is original or fake. For that we have to educate everyone. So I think educate have to educate AI, then we have to create policies. So that's my opinion on it.
Okay. What's your
When
opinion,
you
Ashita?
Okay. So earlier, when computer science was not a large branch, we know that when AI was not a large branch too, AI was not so developed that that people could use it every day. People used to have needed to learn a really wide range of skills so that they can create cyber crimes, or they can commit them, or they can make people convince them to get involved in the cyber crimes. When today the AI is so popular, it helps them, the cyber criminals, to easily do their task. Like they want to send a scam email, they're gonna ask the AI about it. That how can I make it more convincing? and people are going to trust it. So AI is, like we know, it's like very creative. AI is going to make it so trustworthy that the email convinces the user to click on it. And even if it feels like or it looks like a normal email, it's going to be hiding so much cybercrime or their percentages.
Okay. Yeah, Harshvardhan, you can proceed.
When you talk to the facts, cyber crimes are increasing 600% since 2020. So when you look into the future or to 2030, it may becomes up to the 1000%, and the success rate may be also increase by making deep fake or AI generated fake identities that are very vast as of now, because lots of data is under control. So best policies must be designed by the government to control the AI and their issues to reduce the cybercrime. And my point is to make a policies such as to control the out of flow where the scams can be done, and the hacking or not to be restricted. That's my point.
Okay. Okay. So, like Shushmita, what's your opinion on this? Okay, so I think Shushmita is meeting with some kind of network issue. No problem. Like if I talk about some more like the things, if we talk about, so finance is the very big problem till now. So the Jatin Pariyar sir from LinkedIn has told me, told us is that promoting of international frameworks like UN cybercrime treaties adopted for AI with awareness campaigns, detection, tech investment, and multi-stakeholder groups for policy development encourage public-private partnership for data sharing on threats while protecting privacy. Like I have one more like concern on this topic. Like Jatin sir has told very rightly, I have one more thing. Like if we talk about US and all kind of countries, they have their own data centers, they have their own platforms. India should move towards like if we talk about that Atmanirbhar Bharat mission. So our new data policy should be created. Our products should be our own product of India, so that we can prevent our data. Like if we talk about our this war only, if we talk about this Iran like war which is happening right now, so it is like coming from nowhere. I don't know where from this news is. I don't know if it is authentic or not, that US government is using the platformic applications to target. And this is the main concern. Like if it is happening, like during these wars, they are using mobile applications, like if you talk about YouTube, Twitter, this kind of things. These all are US based applications. So if we are using this and we are like feeling like we are protecting data, I think that we should have our own data center, data fiduciary policies. We have our own data centric things, and by this only the things will happen. Because if we talk about the things, so in like AI fraud which is happening globally has crossed $200 million in 2024. Like if we talk about 2024 records, then around $200 million fraud has already been done using this voice cloning fraud, phishing system, AI generated fake identities, automated hacking tools. This kind of thing is happening. Like, so what's your opinion on this data fiduciary thing? How India should protect our data protection rights, how we can improve it? Because during this kind of wars, the situation will getting worse and worse if we talk about the scenarios. What do you think on this thing?
I think India needs to have more limitations on the AI that we public are using it in the day-to-day life, which they can use to protect our data from getting leaked or that can be shared to people, even unintentionally.
Yeah, correct. So like this is all. So conclusive statement for the discussion. Please, I will request Vanshika and Harshita to just put the conclusive statement and move to the next topic for the discussion.
Okay, so we come to the conclusion that India needs to have their own AI tools or maybe some measures so that they can prevent or deter from getting leaked even unintentionally.
And apart from that, you have to make sure that everyone should know about AI, because the risk of AI is at its own peaks. As Sir said, as the statistics, cybercrime is more, and towards moving the years, there can be more. So for that, we have to have our own applications from Indian side, and also the Indian government should make more policies and more rules in terms of cybercrime.
Okay, so moving to the next topic, deepfake scams. We come to day reels or shorts on the YouTube when we see AI generated videos a lot. Heard about a term digital twin, which refers to a person who is animated and turned into a video. We come across those videos in our everyday life, and in the comments when public is arguing if the video is AI scam or it is a real video. It is so difficult to understand that a person can be scammed really easily using this.
And in deepscape SAMs, and as she told, with images we can do, and apart from that we can do with voices also. Like many people doesn't know about this. This is very one uncommon fact which is told by not everyone. And like there's voice changing AI. What basically does this is that making sure that if like big politicians, celebrities' voices are being taken and turned into AI, so making sure that to take money or steal money from others, and this is one kind of scam which is going on, and we should stop these kind of scams, because this can be leading to many problems, and this can cause the person's life also.
Yeah,
So,
let me
very
share me
right.
a real story.
Yeah,
In
sure, you
Bengaluru,
can go.
79 years old woman lost nearby 35 lakhs in scam through deepfake videos that are famed as businessmen promoting an AI traditional platform on social media. So these type of beliefs and real life stories that makes a very loss and very worst cases. So actually, the scammers disappears with her savings. In the case, how powerful the convincing deepfake scams can be done using lots of AI, such as 11 labs for voice cloning, and lots of AI models are available in Hugging Face also. That can be used by lots of people. So these type of image faking and deepfaking videos are scams are increase a lot. According to the facts, celebrities deepfake videos are trending in Instagrams and social media, etc. That makes their personality and characterization, and most of the scammers do the same thing by deepfaking the celebrity photos, like a policeman, etc. This should be avoided, and government should take a clear cut policies on that to manage the deepfake.
Okay. So, like, if Harshita, you can put your lights on that, on this topic.
Okay, so this can be really more harmful than we think today. Whenever a crime happens in India, we rely on the courts, and court relies on the proofs. So proofs can easily be generated through these, and justice can go to another level of thinking that a person might not do anything, might be so innocent, but they can be punished even to death because of this. A person is in a chance to lose everything that they have earned in their entire lives. that and it is like a really common topic these days. This is happening so much. Like if I ask AI to generate an image that Donald Trump standing in the Mehrangarh Killa of Jodhpur, it will generate it without asking me the second question. It will generate it in like not just one picture, that it can generate multiple pictures of the same thing. Like if I use ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, I can use multiple apps to generate multiple pictures of this. And if I present it in the court or for my justice that this person was here or something like a proof, the person can directly say that it is an AI generated image, or even that the image can be generated by AI to prove someone, not innocent or a criminal.
Yeah, Vanshika.
Yeah, as Ashita said that even that crimes increasing, still we have to make sure that AI should be more secured in terms of these deepfakes, because this can be a major issue on the following years, as many people are making like want to make money in any ways. They want money, and we want, they don't think about us, they want money. That mentality should be removed from their minds. So we should not give a chance to them to do like this. So I think this should be more secured and more this thing, as Ashita said, that even that person is innocent also. Just with that AI photos, they can be sentenced to years, and this can cost their life and their family. So we should be more careful, and the government should make a step for these AIs. Maybe should stop, or we should have more security in terms of it.
Okay. So like if we
Yeah,
talk
well,
about, yeah. So
please continue.
our chairman sir is also on with us in this conference. So I will request sir to just speak some insights on the crimes which is happening by using AI. Sir, you can please speak on the crimes which is happening right now on AI. So it will be great, sir.
Yes, hello, all of you, and nowadays with the increase of the technology, lots of crimes are happening in day-to-day life. Like you have you seen that the crime like transfer of money, from the bank accounts has been transferred from the unknown person. So many times we are getting the links also, and even the threat calls, which with the help of the AI they change their voices with some recognized person's voice, and then they misguide them, and they may take undue advantages of that. So in these cases, AI, the people are using doing misuse of AI. So there should we have to develop a mechanism so that the innocent people can be saved, and in this way we can use we can stop the misuse of AI, and we can help our society and country as well. So we have to think over it, and if we can do something, then definitely we should do something. Okay. So it's all from my side. You please proceed on the further proceedings.
Yes, sir. So, like, if I talk about the facts right now, which is happening, so around like till 2019, these crimes have raised around 900%. If we talk about deep fake videos, to be specific, if I talk about deep fake crimes, so it is raised by 900%. $25 million of deepfake scam is happening in Hong Kong in 2024. So you can take as in if we talk about India, so India is the youth population is high in India. So if we talk about the crime rates in India, then it will also raise eventually, because many people in India is now getting AI educated, and these crimes are raising very fast. AI voice cloning can now replicate voices with 95% accuracy. If we talk about accuracy, 95% accuracy is way more high. If we talk about like election integrity, if we talk about personal identity, these all is like media credibility, social trust. all these sectors are getting hurt by coming days. Because if we talk about the AI generated videos and normal generated, they are having very much like, it's very thin gap is happening between them. So what we can do as a policy makers, we can create the policies of AI model training. We can add more guardrails in training data set, so that when user asks a question to LLM models to generate any kind of media content, then these strict policies and guardrails in the responsible AI topic, which is taught in universities, it will come under that. So in this, we can create this kind of, we can create the things like in LinkedIn, there is a credibility CC, creative common mark comes as soon as anything which is generated from AI came. So you have seen that CA mark which comes on LinkedIn as soon as we upload anything AI generated on LinkedIn. So like this marks watermark concept of AI generated videos, if this will be happening, then in coming days we will be able to identify which is AI generated and which is not AI generated. So this credibility mark of AI generations should be there in any sort of AI generated. If we talk about content, photo, media, audio, every should has this watermark, and this will avoid the AI crimes in the coming era. So like this, I think it is helpful. If we talk about the motion generation, VFX and all, then it is helpful. But in the crime segment, it is far more dangerous in the coming era. That's like what I think, that we should create some guardrails for in the training of AI datasets. Yeah. By this, we can move to the next topic, Harshita.
Okay. So moving to the next topic, it is psychology that affects a human when they interact with an intelligent machine. So as we know, machines are getting way more intelligence today by using AI, that they are affecting human creativities or their critical thinking skills. A 6-year-old, when as we know the fact that a 0 to 5-year-old kid absorbs the most of the knowledge in these years. If we talk to a 10 years old, or we give a 10-year-old an AI, he's gonna use it for their homework, which was supposed to make him strong critically, which was meant to give him knowledge. The student can be much more dependent on AI than we think, and they can affect most of its creativity or their mind skills.
Yeah, Sashita said that it an AI could kill a person's creativity and critical thinking skills. But at the same time, AI can help us to make our works a much more easier way and a better way. Like for example, we have hundreds and thousands of codes to be written within 2 to 3 days. AI can help us to make that code. But whereas if you're going to use it for very simple task, I don't think it won't be a great idea. We should use AI in a way, such a manner that it should be time consuming less, and it should make our work much easier. For that, we can't use everything for AI. For maybe we can use because we have doubts and we don't know where to clarify. Yeah, we can do that, but using AI for everything, I don't think it won't be a great idea, because for in the following years, human creativity can be reduced and critical thinking in a human can be less. Comparing the years in the 90s and comparing the years now, the thinking process of a human has changed more than we think. So in the 90s, we have very great scientists and great professors who have more knowledge. Without that time, there's no AI or no other source from internet. But these people created internet, telephone, everything by experimenting and doing everything. And over the years of evolution and technology have grown, the thinking of people has also changed. So by this can also affect human thinking and critical thinking. So that's all I want. That's all I have the opinions on this topic.
Sir, I will request, sir, chairman, sir, also to speak on this thing, like how AI is like implicating or like how it is replicating this psychology thing, because it is creating a very harsh effect on psychologies also. So how we can improve it, and what kind of policy change we can do if we want to create a system or an ecosystem between the human psychology creativity and the AI generated creativity. So what's how we can create a diversification between the same. So I will request sir to please give their opinion on the same. So how the this thing can be improved. Yes, sir.
Psychology is the it's a very important aspect of human beings. So psychology means through psychology even we can come to know about the ideas of a person. And in AI, AI is in a particular exactly in a machine. They can't do on themselves. They only human being can incorporate the things, the sense, the psychology in them only, on based of, because the machine can they cannot think, they cannot suo moto do the things, but human beings have the power to do the suo moto things. They can take automatically things, and they can act accordingly. But AI is in India, it is in the progressive stage. So it is not so much advanced that they can take the place right now of the to replace the human beings. And we have to incorporate so many things in AI, because AI, we can first have to train our AI, and on the base of the training, they will act. So we have to put the our in case we want to help the human being, we can take AI as an helping tool, not as our competitive. Okay, so if we can induce the feelings of human being, good feelings in them, so in future also they may act accordingly, and the threat which we have right now for the human race will not occur if we handle them appropriately. So this is the answer which you want.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. What's opinion, Mohit Mehta? What's your opinion on the same?
Yeah, psychology is like a kind of mindset that AI is developing nowadays. It's understanding human psychology, such as we use ChatGPT nowadays. ChatGPT is gathering our all the infos that we are stuffing to it, and he's giving us relatively perfect answer that we want. So I think that he's very trained, or we can say that i- it is getting more and more trained on the basis of our psychology that we are feeding to it. So most
Okay.
probably it has some consequences and some disadvantages also, as it's not our company, Indian company who is handling it. Is a outside company who is gathering our data. So it might be a chance of deepfake and scams also.
Okay. Harshita, what's your opinion on the same?
Okay. Earlier, when students used to study from book and wanted to research one topic, they used to go through multiple books or multiple teachers, multiple people interaction. That and for searching for one topic, they would have learned 10 more topics instead of those. So today, when AI is giving the direct solutions to a student, it is actually really harmful to our future generations. So for the action plan for this, we can create multiple AI tools for as different aspect of people, like their occupation. If there is a student, there is a school student or their age limitation, to what extent the AI is going to give the solutions to a child. Like a 10-year-old should just be recommended the books that they can study, or they can find in the topics they want to read or they want to learn. Whereas for a college student, the college student should not be uh, giving the direct projects to just copy and paste somewhere. They should be giving the references to them to know, and using the pathway so that they can learn the topic more easier. Whereas for an employee, the AI can be useful by not writing the 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs lines of code, rather than AI is gonna write them in a really faster manner. So AI needs to have age limitations, and so that they can decide to what extent are they going to help this person.
Okay. Like, if we talk about this thing, so Harshvardhan, like, what's your opinion on the same?
That's the point is good. And humans are tentatively naturally gives the characters to when the machine speaks or shows emotion, people starts believing it has a feeling. And the most of the AI chatbots are giving the chat interface that gives accurate and fast interaction to the human. And no humans are and the human interactions are aggressively decreased by using the chat GPTs and AI assistants like chatbots. And the because of the most of the con- conversations similar to the human, and the latest developments in artificial intelligence as mental health chatbots are increased, and most personalized chat systems are also be increased. Because of that, humans are addicted to themselves to the chatbots. This may decreases the natural emotions and human interactions with others and society. This should be tentatively stopped, and there is must be a some other alternatives should be taken and preservations should be taken.
Okay. So, like, if we talk on this complete mission which is happening right now, if we talk about human psychology and things related to that, so there is two things are coming into the market right now. If we talk about all the hackathons, ideathons, and these kind of things is happening around, so AI is also having a good impact in the case of a mental health support. Many mental health support systems are creating using AI agents and agentic AI, and cognitive laziness is actually a major risk which is happening. The risk factor is of cognitive laziness, like the things like if I want to generate an email, if I want to generate or create an image, for that reason, like, we are very much over dependency on AI is the main problem. Like, if we're going to face this thing, so it's a requirement, or the answer which we can, as what I think is, like, we can write like this thing, like AI can be used under the expert guidance, because AI has its very massive impact in the coming era. If we talk about audio, video, any kind of generation, we recently also we talked about deepfake crimes and the cyber crimes which is happening right now with the AI. And the main problem is there is also one more thing, that is emotional attachment to the machines. Like, we are getting emotionally attached towards the machine. Like, I recently heard one news that one person is marrying to a machine. So this kind of problem will happen in the coming eras. So we will have to make a AI in a way so that it can be more to our cognitive support tool rather than a cognitive risk. We will have to convert this risk into the support system. Like, like any person who is in the tier 3, tier 2 cities, right now he can use AI agent by just by using the simple smartphone. He can use the AI agents. So using that, it actually improves its productivity. So as the chairman sir told, and all of your response conclusively, what I think, AI can be used in a great way, but only with the expert guidance. So education of AI is very important in the coming era of schools and colleges. So it should be mandatorized, what I think. And so this will actually reduce this thing, and one period of psychology should be added. So that's all from my end, and now you can pass your conclusive statement, Vanshika and Ashita.
Okay, so we have come through various aspects of a solution that we can take to it. So the solutions might be to use the AI in expert guidance. Second, AI having age limitations and rule books. Thank you.
I would agree, as Ashita said, we have to use AI under the experts' guidance, and you should use AI in a limited manner also. That's it.
So now we can move towards our third topics, that is algorithmic power and trust. So this is our next topic, so we can move towards it.
Okay, so I'm going to explain this through an example. If we talk about a student who is in sixth class, hasn't done his homework, and the teacher punishes him, the student might feel so sad that he interacts with AI, because he knows that if he goes and talks to their parents, the parents are gonna tell him that it was your mistake at first. So just to take empathy, sympathy, they're gonna talk to AI. And AI right now is not so much developed to understand the bias system today. The student must have not done the homework or must have committed some mistake due to which the teacher had to punish the student. But the AI doesn't react the way that we elders can react to a student. The AI is going to tell that that was really hurtful for you. It was a really wrong act that the teacher took for you. You can complain for the teacher. And this is now not how it should go. The AI is still not ready to understand the bias systems, the two sides or two perspectives of the same story. And second, the AI still has the power to convince us to some topics. If I go to AI and ask it to convince me so that I don't celebrate my birthday this year, it's gonna tell me that you will save your money, you will save your resources. It's not going to tell me that you're having just one birthday in your life. So if you want, don't push your feelings, and you should celebrate it if you want. And if you think about the resources, then you should not. So this is the bias system that the AI is still not understanding. This is the trust, and this is the power that we are given to the AI.
Okay, so we open the chair for the discussion. So one by one, we can put our thoughts. So we can do this thing like for the biasness. I will request first to like Harshita, you can, as you have spoken on this complete thing. So Vanshika, you can just take the squad now and you can speak on this topic.
Yeah, I will also give an example. And like, if you're sad, and what you usually do is you will cry or you will go see some videos to just relax our mind, right? So usually when you go to Instagram and you're going to scroll someone's sad reel and you're going to just like it or you're going to comment it, the next thing what happens is that all reels will be related to sad contents like that. So what does this actually example tells about? This actually tells about the power of algorithm. One reel can change your mind. Like one reel comes, like one sad reel comes, you're going to like it because it's so relatable to you, and the next upcoming videos or reels will be the same thing. That's the power of algorithms. And apart from this Instagram or entertainment things, we AI also being implemented in job and loan applications also. Like recently, I have came across this ATS resume, which is like AI will be reviewing our resumes, and based on the resume strength, the candidates are taken to the next selection. I I don't think this would be working because AI doesn't know the person's potential in it. So because of that, what happens is that even a true talented ones also can be removed from those, and the one who's not talented will get the job just because of that resume, which is AI picked. So AI is something which is programmed, which is not an emotional one. Like that, in many aspects and many fields, AI has been used with a certain algorithms. So we should not have the certain algorithms in AI. We should trust people, and we should trust the once talented person. So for in job terms, I would say this resume, which is a very it is not a good thing, because one genuine person wrote his skills all over, and he tries and trains for his life, and in within a second that AI will take that resume and throw it, and the one who created it, the resume full with AI, will get the job. So I think it is an unfair which is done to that person. So because of that, people don't know the power of AI, and this can cause one's person's life. That's all. That's all my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Harshvardhan.
Yeah, to add on that one point, one major concern is the algorithmic bias. In an algorithm, is trained on a biased data. That means in the historical data which was trained for an algorithm, that is an biased that may produce an unfair results. For example, in some cases, recruiter algorithms have unintentionally favored certain groups over others because of patterns in the historical data. Another concern is lack of transparency in algorithm, often refers to an black box of a problem. In many advanced AI systems are so complex and then and even our developers cannot easily explain how specific decisions are made that when you do in the algorithmic bias, that means most of the AI systems are trained historical data, so that may chooses the one direction path, it doesn't chooses the another path, that may makes a somewhat risk and no other options are identified. There is also another risk of execution reliance on automated systems where humans are many may trust algorithm output without critical evaluation in them, and humans must be thorough and recheck other sometimes again for executing a task. That's my point.
Okay. Mohit Mehta, what's your point on the same?
Yeah. So we saw that some of the algorithms that are run by AI or agentic AI, we can say, it's around human psychology. It can be related to human psychology, such that if we ask something, such that we have a query and we are asking to the bot or chat GPT, it runs some similar algorithms that we are asking to it, in the way that it provides the output that is relevant to the user who is using that. So these algorithms are based on human psychology as well as the algorithm that is being performed by the AI at the end. So these algorithms are powered mostly like some huge data centers that is used to hold these algorithms at a specific point of time.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, what's your opinion, Harshita, on the same?
Well, I agree with most of the things that we have discussed right now, and I can come to a resolution that AI should be more practical rather than thinking about how to attract customers. The AI should be more practical to everyone, so that it does not arises any issues in the future.
Yes. So, like, if I also like talk about some things like in on this particular issue of algorithmic power and trust issues. So, if we talk about algorithmic trust, so AI is an algorithm. Like AI is not like a magic; it's an algorithm. So, the 4 to 5 things come into play. That is fairness, bias, transparency, accountability, security. So if AI is following these 5 key things, then I think a system is termed as a responsible AI. So that's all from my end. So we can move towards the next part of discussion. Next part.
So, as we know, the last topic of our discussion is should there be laws limiting AI automation in certain industries? And as we have come across all the discussion today, we have given like almost every solution that AI needs to have some laws. So, it certainly needs. And in like any field of AI, on any issue that we take in our topic or in our discussion, we actually need everything laws for everything, almost everything that is arising the problem these days. So AI must have some laws.
Yeah, as Asita said that limiting laws for AI, yes, it should be because AI has been misused everywhere. Like in many countries, still they are trying to make sure that AI should be very secured and making a frameworks for this AI so that AI can be used in a safe manner and not to misuse it anywhere. With proper regulations and proper rules, which is given to the AI, maybe AI can be a more, as Sir said, it's accountability, trust, power, humanity, and security. With that, I can say AI can be a responsible one. And apart from that, we have to make sure as a citizen, we have to use AI in a proper manner and we have to use it under an expert or under a guidance of someone.
So you're not audible.
Okay, so like if what I'm saying is, like if I talk about the security first approach, or if we talk about the countries first approach, so if we talk about AI, then AI is an algorithm. So it's the first time, or we are seeing that the world is moving towards a system where we are developing rules and regulations for algorithms too. So, like if we talk about this thing, so according to fact, the European Union has created the AI Act, European Union AI Act, to regulate these AI issues. So it is also working on AI development and the regulating rules. UNESCO AI ethics guidelines have been released to regularize this kind of laws in AI. And US AI governance framework is also there, which is by the US government. US AI governance framework is also released to just focus, like these three laws are right now there of AI. If we talk about the country's perspective, if we talk about the Indian scenario, what is happening in India, so India is currently following the innovation first approach, or it's working on innovation. It is right now working on the development of AI regulated applications and frameworks, and after that, one Niti Ayog body of India, like I know that every youth and every person should be aware of the Niti Ayog. So Niti Ayog is responsible for development of policies and regulatories in India. So if we talk about Niti Ayog's perspective, so Niti Ayog is also developing and creating a complete bench for AI. How guidelines and frameworks can be created for AI, taking five things again: fairness, accountability, transparency, bias, and security. So if we talk about these things, so based on that, like these all things are getting into the place. So over to you, like Harshvardhan, you can put your point also now.
Yeah, it is important to understand why AI regulation is necessary. AI systems can influence many critical areas, including financial decision, such as loan approvals, recruiters and hiring process, and medical diagnosis and treatment recognition recommendations, law enforcement and surveillance systems, and lots of areas. Without proper regulation, AI system could lead to an unfair decisions, privacy violation, misinformation guidance, and even a large scale social harm. Therefore, policies makers worldwide are exploring the ways to balance the innovation with respective governance. As you said, India is following the innovative first policy that should be included with these regulations too, to make a correct flow of AI innovations and creativity. Without regulations, creation is not a good way. That means there is no point on that. And after creating, the scams may increases, and after that, regulations that may loss has done already. So my point is, within the innovation time, the policies must be regulated so that the innovations may go in the right way. That's my point.
Okay, Mohit Mehta.
Surely, as Harshvardhan said, it is a way of creating a new era. So some laws should be implemented before coming to a new era, because Just like cyber crimes and deep fakes are happening in the world, all over the world, so it may bound someone to a perspective that some laws that are being executed for deep fakes and cyber crimes to stop these deep fakes. Just like Airtel has launched that he has blocked his unfair links or unauthorized links, which was a great opportunity, which was a great uh, move that has Airtel has moved to one step ahead in AI. So that's why it has grasped the public opinion or public towards him, as he is providing AI facilities such as deepfake links, blocking those deepfake links, which make his marketing more and productivity more in the market. So just like that, we can develop some laws which are related to uh, deep fakes and cyber crimes, so that we have some restrictions on AI that we are using. That we should not totally depend on that, as it has most of the people, as 90% of people are now using ChatGPT and Google, which has reduced their efficiency of thinking in the way they are the traditional people think about what to do, how to do. It has totally dependent, as most of the people are totally dependent, so each small to small works, just like emails and portfolios, are being just like made by AI. So this helps people to be more dependent on AI rather than their self thinking. So I think that laws that would prevent usage of AI for a limited time period.
Okay.
That's my point.
Okay, so before moving towards Sushmita, there is one comment is there by Jatin sir on LinkedIn, and he's saying like India lacks a dedicated AI law, but amended IT rules in February 2026 to require labeling of AI generated content, faster takedown for deepfakes, and platform accountability. Proposed bills like the AI ethics bill single momentum, but focus remains on data privacy via the DPDP Act rather than broader limits. What's your guys' opinion on the same? Harshita, I will urge you all to just speak on this topic. So, on this comment, basically, it's a very important thing, and it is the first instance we are seeing, and India is also moving towards the AI law. So, it's a great. What's your opinion on this?
So aside from whatever the comment is, I was actually thinking that we should not just rely on the laws right now. Yeah, you know, the most of our younger generation or the future generation consists of Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, which are using AI in the day-to-day life so much that they are so engaged in these things that they do not rely on real activities that they need actually. So I think more than creating laws or rather than focusing more on the laws, we should promote the youngsters to use AI in surveillance of elders, and rather than teaching them that AI is used to make to do your things faster or easier, they should be motivated that AI is used to correct your mistakes. AI can be used to enhance whatever you think, rather than telling them that AI can do anything for you or do a task for you.
Okay. Sushmita, what's your take on the same? Sushmita, is I am audible to Sushmita? So I think Sushmita is facing network problems. Till then, we can move towards Vanshika. Vanshika, what's your opinion on this comment?
Yeah, I would say, as Ashita told, that we don't have to rely on laws, rather than we have to teach them how AI should be used properly. Because without that knowledge, people are using or misusing anyways. As we discussed all the topics about it, we have to use AI in a proper manner, and making sure that we have to use such a way that it should not affect once and it should improve one person. Or improving or developing ourselves is a very important one. So I think instead of relying on the government, rather we should have a knowledge that we should not use AI beyond our limits and making sure that everything should be under our control. And yes, still you should have laws because some people will try to misuse it knowingly or unknowingly just to escape from the guilt. So we should have laws stronger. At the same time, we should educate them also.
Very well said, Vanshika. Very well said. Yet we should work on the creativity aspect, but we should have some kind of limiting laws. As there's this topic, like as we know that if we talk about the India, it's again the one factor comes. We have the highest number of youth generation, so the energy is very high. But the only problem is that if we're gonna not channelize it into a proper way, then eventually it can go into the a massacre situation. If we talk about the crimes done in India, if we talk about Kerala stories and this kind of thing, so the digital problems and things will happen. If we talk about, like, if we talk about Israel war, which is right now happening, if we talk about Iran thing, conspiracy thing which is happening, US Iran war, so every you are seeing deep fake videos on internet, what is happening. So the labeling part of the AI, so this kind of laws of labeling deep fake things should be there, because if it will not, so how you will differentiate between the ethical content and non-ethical? Like right now, one video of Iran came into the highlights where it was seen there, like around 1,000 of missiles were going and attacking the US. So after some time, it was said that it's a fake thing, which is happening on Grok also. By using Grok, the videos are generating on X, the Twitter, which is right now X. You are seeing the fake tweeting bots which are tweeting and it can also like trigger with the emotions, because India is an emotion driven country. India is religiously very emotion driven country. So if this kind of crimes will happen without a proper guideline, then it will eventually come into a massacre situation. So that's my opinion. The Jatin sir has also told in its previous comments about the blackmailing. So people using AI making fake pictures and videos and illegally, and many people are using these things step to suicide. So like you can see this thing. So many people should aware of the cyber crimes and cyber power which they are having as a citizen of India. What I think that this thing should be taught in school and colleges. It should be a proper mandatory subject of cyber crimes, how we can deal with this kind of situation. What your opinion on this comment? If we talk about audience questions now, so this what your opinion on this comment? You are seeing that many companies and governments are facing this kind of problem. You can just read this comment once and you can take give your opinions. Anybody, it's open discussion. You can give, anybody can speak on this.
Yeah, as the comment that the deepfake videos are most commonly made in this time, like war time, you have said. Yeah, the limitations of companies are that they should train their employees towards the AI era, such that they are beneficial for their work purpose, not for their unethical purpose. Just like you said about the Iran war. So it's one step ahead that companies should train their employees towards the upcoming era of future of AI, and knowingly, unknowingly, they should tell how better it could be and how worst it could be for employees in the new upcoming era.
Okay. So Harshita and Vanshika, do you want to add anything on this topic?
No, as we have come across the discussion that AI, like in almost all of the topics that we have discussed in a while, we have all talked about certain laws that should be limiting AI so that we can use it in an appropriate way rather than using it in an inappropriate way. So AI actually needs to have some laws, but the thing is, not just laws are responsible for doing everything. We should, as you said, that children should have subjects regarding cyber crimes, cyber security, so that they can learn how AI is meant to use rather than how they use it for their day-to-day tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Ashita said, it's true, like relying on laws doesn't going to make any change. The change should come within us. We should make sure that we should be using AI in a proper manner. And as the companies and the government's point of view, they should train their AI models for a good purpose rather than for a bad purpose. And if they're trying to do a bad purpose, they should be making sure that to block that user or making sure that to block that entire thing of that. So still AI is like still a good thing or a bad, it's a bad thing, but it's all in our hands. I would say the most dangerous weapon in this world will be the human brain, because a human can create at the same time and a human can destroy anything in this world. Like just like that, AI is something that human created and it is a good for everyone. At same time, it can be bad and it can be worst. That's
Okay.
all I have.
So anybody else wants to add anything? Okay. So I think we can move towards the key takeaways and closing remarks. So I will urge all the chairs to just put the closing remarks and key takeaways of the discussion and conclude the our today's council.
Okay, so for each of the topics that we have discussed today, the first one that was AI and cybercrimes, then that we discussed that AI should be well trained so that it does not promote cybercrimes, and it can understand that what is wrong and what is. Second thing that we discussed, deepfake scams and election interference. We have discussed that AI must have some watermarks or anything symbolic that can prevent an AI generated image or video or a voice note or anything, so that a person is able to identify rather than getting in a confusion if it is a real video or an AI generated video. Third, that we came to a psychological living and with an intelligent machine. So we have discussed about age limitation that the AI should have so that it can decide to what extent to help a person. Fourth, that we talked about algorithmic power, future, trust, and humanity in age of AI. Then AI is already an algorithm that we have discussed, but it still needs laws so that it can understand the bias situations and can understand more about them and give the right decision to a greater extent. And last one that we have discussed, if AI should have limiting laws, then of course it needs some, and we cannot just rely on these things. The one of the main topic is to have discussions like this that we are having today, so that more and more people can get inspired or get knowledge about it. That how AI is not just being our helper, but also being our enemy today. Thank you.
Now, as Ashita said, like now today's discussion is all about the global issue of AI. So all these five topics will is a major thing happened in India because of this many cost and many lives are gone. But we have to make sure that we have to use AI in a proper manner. At the same time, we should use them in a good way and making sure that we should have laws for it. And at the same time, we should have control in them. As in these five topics, majorly we have been spoken about how AI can turn everything in a worse manner. So we have to make sure that we have to be in control and we have to educate them. And as I said, we should educate them in schools and colleges having as a major paper or major subject on this topic. And apart from that, as a responsible, what we should do to AI and we should be limited. As for the companies and the governments things, they should train their AI models and their AI tools to be used in a proper way and making sure that it should not be misused by everyone. and AI should be used for education purposes and entertainment purposes rather than misusing them. That's all. Thank you.
So as we have come to all the discussion, there is one more way that we can help people to know about it. As we are IT people, we are discussing it right now. So we have come across various issues that we have arose 5 issues to talk about, but we have more 10 more about the issues. So we know how to what extent the AI can help us and to what extent it can be so harmful for us. And the worst part is that it can be more harmful for us less than it is helpful for us. So uh, I think and another approach to make people know about this is the people not even that do not belong from an IT sector. They are not aware of all these things. So this can be a basic educational, like we teach value education to students. So should be a subject like that. And I think and another approach can be telling people or having a documentation about AI tools before we start using any AI tool.
Yeah. So, I will be now ending this thing by a closing remark, that is, like, as we are moving towards to the modern era and we are seeing the things of AI. So, again, Jatin sir has asked, can AI be better than humans? I will like Dr. Mental and Friendship. So, that this is only my closing remark, is like moving towards the next generation. So AI is getting more conscious. Like if we talk about the things, like there are three segments of AI. That is what is ANI, that is artificial narrow intelligence, then artificial general intelligence, then artificial super intelligence. So right now we are in the narrow intelligence level and we are moving slowly and slowly towards the general. So as soon as the AI will reach towards the general intelligence, it will be capable of doing all the tasks that human can do. So it will be equivalent to the human intelligence. So right now, if we talk about statistics, so China is creating one robot, or it's one bot that can give rise to new bots. So this can become a chain, like a human reproduction chain. So like this thing is getting happening. So like if this thing will happen, then it is equivalent. He can create its own mirrored things. So we have seen in the robot movie that after before many years that one chitty robot is creating the similar robots like the same. So like these things is getting more and more. So in the coming era, we will discuss on many topics, as Harshita and Vanshika has told, and many new chairs will be coming, many new discussions will be happening. So by this session, we have also announced one new council, that is the SIN National Council for Youth Governance, and I urge all the campus representative to apply for the campus ambassador programs and things like that, so that we can create this complete national council for youth governance, and we can take decisions and we can create decisions on the same. If anybody is attending this and he's having doubt regarding the certification, so you can scan this QR code that is coming above. You can scan this and you can register for the same, and you will get your certification. So like this, the thing is happening. So I think we are moving towards the AI era, but the only thing which you have to follow is you should use AI in the expert guidance, and subject AI is not a condition, it is a mandatory thing nowadays, and everybody should be aware of its crimes and its better part also. So that's all I need to like this thing, and I will conclude this complete session. Thank you everyone for attending this thing. To all the youths, all the leaders, all the professors, I thank you everyone, and I also thank my chair and all the team for organizing this thing in a very best way and a great way as possible. By this events and this research, we will develop new products, new policies, and till our next chair and next conference will happen, we will come with some new innovations too. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.